What's up, Roanoke?
What's going on, guys?
Hello, Mr. Gus from Bluefield.
From Bluefield, West Virginia.
He's one of the two people that watch our show all
right,
the time.
right.
That
Well,
and your wife.
one of our two faithfuls.
That's right. That and your wife always watch our shows. And we
Uh,
appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
We've been gone a couple weeks.
Yeah, we were not able to make it last week. It was my birthday, but that's not why we didn't make it. That damn alternator is still being a pain in the butt, but
It's hard to work on your own cars anymore.
Well, it just it's an 07 car.
Oh, there's our second view.
When I took it in to when I took it in to the core, because what they gave me for what I ordered wasn't the right thing. They're like, that's an 09. Well, the title says it's an 07.
Right.
So, but I mean, I know the guy that we got it from. He's one of those that as soon as something comes up, Toyota says, bring it in for your 50,000 mile change, what have you. Oh yeah, it's there and it's at the dealership and so it's very good chance that what I had would have fit, but it wasn't what I took off.
Right.
So I wasn't comfortable putting it back on.
Right.
For all I know, he took it into the dealer for whatever, and the guy in the shit, we don't have any 07 alternators.
Like the 09 fit.
I can get this on here. So. But yeah. So how was your last 2 weeks?
It's been okay. Just preparing for candy. For events have really, we started with St. Patty's Day down on the market, and then so our event season has really kicked off, and with us being Dr. Pepper Park and all of that, I'm a little bit afraid.
Oh, I bet.
I don't know that I
just get done with Easter in 2 weeks.
Easter put a hit on us. So, but I think the biggest thing with it is that with Dr. Pepper Park, I have a menu.
Right.
And so if I focus on, and it's about 11 things. So if I focus on those 11 things, these are what I want to have in stock, I think I'll be okay.
Right.
Any kind of extra I can bring is just extra I can bring.
Right.
But I think if I focus on, hey, this is the menu, and then when we run out, we know next time, hey, I need to hit it harder to get more of whatever we sold out of.
So. Hey, JR, we're not doing real estate this week. Come on over.
Come over making candy.
You work in the second freeze dry.
That's right. You'll see us going,
I'm the right height.
But so I'm a little freaked out with that, because there are going to be times where we're going to do Dr. Pepper Park, and then we'll do like the farmers market, and then we'll be back at the Dr. Pepper Park that night.
Right. And then somebody is looking to get you in for the dogs.
Yeah. So I talked to one of the man. He's not the manager, but he handles their PR and stuff like that, I think.
Right.
And he asked if I wanted to do the dogs next season. So he said somebody will reach out to me about that. So.
Big Daddy's Munchies might be hiring here shortly.
That's right. That's right. And if you're watching later on, we're going to talk about we have freeze dried one of Taylor Swift's favorite candies.
Okay.
And so we'll talk about
because that tribute or house band is.
Yeah, there's a tribute band for that's their kickoff right now for the Dr. Pepper Park. So their tribute, there's a Taylor Swift tribute band.
Right.
And so evidently Taylor Swift's one of her favorite candies is called Squishies.
Okay.
It's like a marshmallow gummy raspberry milk type thing. I don't even know.
Right.
I like them better freeze dried than I do regular. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll break those out. And I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan, but
I mean, I just don't know enough of her music. I don't know if I am or not, but I'm not her target demographic either.
Right. So, but we can get her to talk about us.
That's right.
We get a little bump in.
That's right.
In the ratings, maybe we'll get 4 people watching us every week instead of the 2. Hey, a little bit. She's but other than that, we're just gearing up, and garden season started. And did I talk about the garden mama last week or a couple weeks ago?
You did.
Okay.
You did.
So I should have uploaded the picture. So my radishes are about that tall, and my peas have gotten tall, and so it really helps to have the garden mama. She's like, hey, I'm going to come by. And then she couldn't. And I said, how about I send you a picture of the beds? And she's like, okay. And then she's like, hey, you want to thin out the radishes? And, I was like, okay. She's like, your onions are looking great. Your potatoes are good. And so, but it's really helped just those little. So she may want to start like a service that's, sends out those automatic texts that, hey, this is going on.
Hey, it's time to check this.
Yeah. So maybe we'll get together with her that could be a little income stream for a subscription fee.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Because, I mean, once I get my greenhouse together, I'm all about it. Come on, Emily.
I know. Well, I think I've always wanted a greenhouse, and I think that it got squashed this week. Okay. We decided instead of a greenhouse, we probably need a bigger building for our machines.
Right.
Because eventually, I've got a feeling by mid to end of spring, right before summer season hits in June or whatever,
right,
we're gonna have to get another 1 or 2 freeze dryers.
Yeah, to cover Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, to keep up with business. So we're looking at just putting a big shed, and we'll insulate it and
right,
do it up just like a commercial kitchen, but it'll be in the backyard so that we have a lot more space.
Nice.
So my other way to do it is to move our bedroom back into where it used to be, and where our bedroom is now it's probably a 20 by 15 room.
Right.
Make that a candy room.
Right.
But then I'm back in this little bedroom with a single closet.
Right. Nah, try
not a good plan.
Yeah, no, after canceling last week, Mary and I hit Stanton last weekend. And man,
I should have uploaded the photos.
If Gus is here or comes back on or what have you, that scenic train trip out of Stanton to Goshen, worth the money, worth every penny.
That is awesome.
Now it is a train, so it's gonna jar you a little bit, especially when you first take off. And Mary had a hard time, with her equilibrium adjusting at first. Right. But I mean, she's an accountant. She's not had to go up to a lot of the places we've gone to or work on the services we have, so she's like, I'm sorry. There's nothing to be sorry about. You just do your thing over there, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, Gus said. So you took the ride.
We did. We took the. I think it was the Allegheny Trail. It's the one from Stanton to Goshen, but we're gonna look at going back and doing the eastern run that goes to Albemarle.
Okay.
Goes through the Blue Ridge Tunnel and all that stuff. So that's going to be cool. But yeah, Stanton is nice. It's got a bunch of nice little antique joints and stuff downtown. And where Mary got us the hotel, it was within walking distance of literally everything we wanted to do.
Oh, nice. So
I mean, it was in my fat butts, walking distance. So
what do you do? So you ride the train up. Does it turn around and come back, or do you ride the train up, stay the night, and then it comes back?
No, we drove out to Stanton. We get on the bus. We get on the train there at the Amtrak depot. It goes through, and I'm not sure why, but it's got a recording that plays over, and it's loud enough to hear if it's just the train. But nobody else in the car wanted to hear any of this stuff.
Right.
Everybody's just talking. And at our age, if there's sound going on back here,
you're not hearing that.
I'm not hearing that. I'm barely hearing Mary, and I'm not understanding any of the stuff I am hearing. But yeah, and so it goes to Goshen, and then it just kind of stops, and they bring the engine around to the other end, and you go right back.
Okay.
But I mean, it's about an hour and 15, hour and a half out.
Right.
And then an hour and a half back.
Okay.
But I mean, I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Nice. That would be a good one to do in the fall too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what we've talked about. That would be amazing.
Next
with
time
the light leaves changing.
The GoPro with you.
That's right. See if they'll let me put it on top of the car.
That's right. Well, I got a new magnetic one that's smaller. It's about this small, and you can put the GoPro or even a 360 on, and they wouldn't even know. They're going to know when you try to climb up there to get it.
Well, and I was thinking about tonight, and I was trying to take pictures out the window.
Right.
But it's. I don't know if it was my luck or just the way it runs. About the time you go, ooh, that's a beautiful picture. No, it's just limbs all over the window, and you're like, that's not going to be a good picture.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's cool. That sounds exciting. So yeah, next time we'll have to definitely hook you up and get you so you can maybe get some video footage or whatever.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. A lot going on in the area. in Roanoke, last couple weeks, and it seems like people are just
going
dumber and dumber.
Yeah.
We're gonna blame it on the eclipse coming up this week.
Let's hope.
Yeah, next week it'll be the eclipse. You're not supposed to look at it.
Right.
All that. So, and all the conspiracy theories and schools letting out early.
Well, yeah.
Canceling like after school activities.
Well, I hadn't heard anything about that, but I just got a random text earlier this week going, Roanoke County will have a regular school day for the eclipse Monday the 8th. And I'm like, isn't that thing scheduled for like 3 around here?
Mm-hmm. But all the other systems around us have cut schools half day or not going at all.
Oh, nice.
Because of it.
So. Nice. Gotcha.
So they may change their mind between now and Monday.
Good. I hope I also survive this 35th eclipse that I've lived through.
So they're saying that we're not going to get the best part of the eclipse this time.
Right.
It's 2035 we'll get the best one. I don't know that.
Yeah, I think it's down around Dallas or something as far as the U.S. is concerned.
So Tegan was cute today. She came in and she's writing her date on her paper for her little test she was taking. And she came in, she goes, oh my God. So today is what's today, the 4th? So it's 4-4-2-4. Okay. Is the thing. And she's like, hey, look, Dad, in 2 years, it's going to be 4-4-4-4. And I was like, what? I was like, yeah, I think you did that math wrong. And she's like, oh, yeah, it's 2 years. I was like, yeah, you're in the 10th spot. And she's like, yeah, that's right. She goes, why did I think that? And I said, because 2 + 2 is 4. And so the easiest way to get there was that. And she's like, yeah, that makes sense.
But you got that to look forward to in 20 years, baby.
And she's made a lot of progress. It used to be to where if she said something similar to us, but it wasn't the same, then she would, oh no, you're wrong. Right. But the other day we had said something and she's like, oh, you didn't say that the way I do. I was like, oh, not. Yeah, that's the way. There we go. Exactly. That's it. Yes. Very proud of her for that.
Well, because I don't want to embarrass him, but I don't think he's going to be watching. Jonathan is 11, coming up on 12. Your daughter's 12, so enough said.
Awkward.
Well, he comes home, and it was one day earlier this week, and he's telling me that, you know how it's always been peach fuzz? Well, I think 5 of them are getting a little more grown up, and making you look.
Right.
Well, today, he's pointing to something here, and I'm looking. I go, "Oh, what freckles? Yeah, you've had those for a little while, buddy. No, there's a little red. Did you get a bump? Are you getting a zit? God is my witness. Are you getting a zit? He goes, oh my God, is that what it is? Can I get rid of it? I'm gonna start washing my face every day. Thank you, puberty. Holy crap. I'm trying to get him to do that on a regular.
Well, see, Tegan's out. Like, girls, you put on your deodorant. They're so, so awkward. Gunner, my youngest son, he had the stinkiest feet. I don't even know. I mean, we would make sure, did you change your socks? Come on. Just had stinky feet. But it was awful to go through that puberty part. He didn't live with us. His feet may still stink. I don't even know.
For all we care.
So there's still some discord in the Roanoke area with their new zoning laws.
Right.
So evidently the city council or whoever votes on that, the city government, had voted that they were changing the zoning laws to where you could put in a typical single family residential area that they would allow duplexes and apartment complexes and things like that. And so
affordable housing.
Yeah, for all in the name of affordable housing. And so now, developers are chomping at the bit, but the people are just saying, hey, you know what? I think you guys need to revisit this because we don't want an apartment complex in our little neighborhood.
And I completely understand that. But I mean, I thought that vote already passed 5-2.
It was, and it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So they're hoping to get them back to the table to go, hey, let's see if we can revisit that to vote a different way because we don't want that in our neighborhood.
Right.
And I understand it. You buy a house in a neighborhood and it's a neighborhood.
Exactly.
But then, somebody puts in a 16, it changes the neighborhood.
Right.
100%.
Uh-oh. Kayla says nothing's affordable.
It's not, but
it really isn't.
Congratulations, Miss Kayla.
Yeah.
Those aren't affordable either.
Right. You know what's causing that.
That's right. That's right. I have nothing to say. I have 6, but definitely congratulations to you.
Well, yeah, congratulations. I hope number 2 is just as cute as number 1.
That's right. Adorable.
Because he is just adorable in those pictures.
Yeah. So well, they've come into
the Easter pictures were just
I think babies see that. My oldest son, we were at my ex-mother-in-law's house for Easter, and I think he was born in December. So, I mean, he was only like 4 months old.
Right.
4 or 5 months old. And mother-in-law was great, but we spent money on it. He's not even going to know it. No, I'll be damned if all his pictures we took, he had the biggest smile on his face. He knew, Easter basket, he had this biggest smile. We're like, yeah, bitch.
That's right.
Like it.
That's right. So, but yeah, no, I mean, you buy in a neighborhood, you expect it to be a neighborhood. You don't, either you have zoning laws or you don't.
I agree with that. So she doesn't think that they should be duplexes or apartments in a neighborhood. It would absolutely, it definitely could drop the value of the homes.
Right. Oh, without a doubt. And I completely and utterly agree with both of you and whoever's complaining about the apartments.
Right.
I'll work with you on duplexes.
Right.
But or I'm willing to talk to you about duplexes. But yeah, no, you decided to buy in a neighborhood. You didn't decide to buy right next to an apartment complex.
Right. Right. Absolutely. And I do think that it would apartment complex, and I'm not an appraiser or anything like that, but I do think that it could possibly bring the value of your house.
Well, it's going to change the zoning, which is going to change the value.
Right. And, definitely just our opinions on that too. So.
Right.
But I agree with you. Most definitely, Kayla.
So, more legal dispute at Natural Bridge Zoo.
Yeah.
I hope they get this thing figured out because our Cadence's class is supposed to go on the 13th.
Are they?
Or 11th or 13th for a field trip at the nature park anyway. Okay. Which isn't the zoo, but it's close enough.
Right. Well, hopefully it'll get it. But what they're saying is that the prosecution has been biased in their case, and that they didn't showcase enough evidence because the judge upheld the government taking away the animal.
Right.
And so now they're saying that the prosecutor's biased, and the prosecutor's saying, "Hey, we don't work for PETA.
Right.
There was not one PETA person that served a warrant up there."
Right.
And so, I mean, I understand that, but I don't know all the evidence either.
Exactly. It's one of those where it's hard to comment on a public thing, because I do have a feeling, but I don't have the information.
Right.
I don't have the information I need.
Right.
To sit here and go, well, come on, stop it.
Right. Absolutely. So, and some of the animals that died, one of them had cancer or something like that. But also, when you take animals out of their environments, especially if they've been there most of their life,
right,
it's stressful as hell. Most of them die.
Right. Yeah.
Especially when you deal with lizards and any kind of reptiles and things like that.
Right.
They don't take change very well.
Right.
And so,
baby humans don't either.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. But so hopefully it'll all. Everything will come out, and nowadays you don't even know what to believe anymore.
Exactly. I could read the transcript and go, I don't know if I buy that.
Everything's getting spun so much anymore.
Right.
Now, idiot boy up in Lynchburg decides he's going to. Yeah, absolutely. So he decides he's going to rob the Rise dispensary up there. So now he's got a little over a dozen different charges, probably including some type of schedule, some type of drug charges.
Possession.
Yeah, he stole it.
Yeah.
So I think they're considered they may be considered pharmacy.
If it's from a dispensary,
so
it probably is. Yeah. If he got it from Joe at the corner, probably not.
Right.
But I think I've never been in a dispensary, so I don't know.
But card, but
right.
Yeah. So I don't know, but he robbed it and got caught.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It's like, it's almost as bad as robbing a gun shop.
Right.
But you got Operation Disrupt from the state police throughout Virginia. And it's their initiative against distracted and speeding drivers. It aims to enhance road safety, especially in school and work zones where hundreds of thousands of drivers were caught last year. And I think we discussed that on the 2 weeks ago, where
with the cameras.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because didn't Chesapeake make
$5.5 million?
They have a whole different budget because of that.
$5.5 million. Little bit she likes how we coordinated.
It was planned.
Yeah.
It was like,
planned. Hey, what you wearing tonight, JR?
Right.
What can we wear to make our eyes pop?
Well, what's up, sexy? What are we doing? You got jeans?
That's right. Yes, sir. But I got my red shoes on too, though. But
apparently, I need red shoes.
So evidently, over 200 people have died in the last this year so far.
Right.
In distracted driving. So they're just cracking down. I think their biggest stretch are the interstates, 81, 64.
And 77.
Yep, 77. So they're looking for. But if you notice in Roanoke, if you go down 581 now, you can see some different cameras.
Yeah.
There. So I don't know if they're setting up because supposedly they're going to catch you texting and everything.
Oh, cool.
These cameras.
Cool.
So we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
2 big drug incidents this week. Virginia Tech student was caught with $273,000 worth of drugs for everything from marijuana to just the THC melts. I think he may have had mushrooms. I know he had some amphetamines and just a little drug dealer on campus.
Right.
But he got caught.
The price of local drugs just went up. $273,000
worth of
I mean, I don't know what that is in today's market,
Right.
but when I was in high school, that was a ton.
Right.
How did he fit that in a car?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I have no idea. And then William Pat Overstreet got caught with meth and drug, cash and all this in Bedford.
All right.
They pulled him over for a traffic stop, and
that's usually how it happens.
as he going back to the car, he's like, "This is messed up.
Right.
This is messed up."
Well, I know I don't know if she told me the truth, but I can tell you, first time I got stopped for a DUI, yep, cop goes, "Man, why didn't you fix your tail light? That's why I pulled you."
Right. That's what they count on. Yeah, I've been pulled over at nights where lighter or something out, and been drinking tonight. No, sir. I wasn't.
Right.
I think I told this story before. Our officer was telling us a story about how on Starkey they had had a checkpoint there.
Right.
And so a guy went through, they told him he could park his car and go get a call, call somebody.
Right.
Which is super nice.
Oh, yeah.
So he walked up to the little orange market.
Give it a .07, man. Get you a ride.
And so he walked up there, called his buddy to come get him.
Right.
Well, he's sitting up there waiting. He's at the little country store there. He's waiting. Buddy didn't come. So he walks back down and see if the buddy went down there. So he asked the cops, hey, what or the officers, what, did you, hell yeah, exactly what you think. Buddy went down there to get him. He actually was drunk and they hauled him off to jail.
Nice.
That's the definition of no good deed goes unpunished.
Well, I've got a story about like that, only I think this is probably more, what's the word I'm looking for? More impressive. My dad, my pop, back in the 70s, and I know how hard it was to get a DUI in the 80s. I can't imagine it was easier in the 70s.
Right.
But he and his buddy were going around at the bars drinking, got on his buddy's bike, going down through Hilton, if anybody knows Newport News, Virginia, down through Hilton. Woo! Yep. I guess Dad was sitting bitch, but somehow he got arrested too for DUI. His sister came and bailed him out.
Okay.
So she gave him a ride back to the house. Yep. He grabbed bail money to go get his buddy out.
Right.
Only man I've ever known to get 2 DUIs by the same cop in one night.
That is awful. That is awful.
Yeah. I'm gonna come get you, buddy. I might be a minute.
That's right. Not sure getting me well I was, but I decided to join you.
And we got Carilion's Cancer Center initiative. A new food pantry is opening to support patients in need, embodying community care with healthcare settings.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome. So they want to make sure that the cancer patients that are going through chemo and stuff have food that they need, and so they'll have like beans and stuff like that for them to be able to get when they're there. So I think it's pretty awesome.
Because I know people lose a lot of body mass, a lot of hair.
Yep, absolutely. The state investigation, a recent investigation. I think we talked about this last week, though.
We did.
Yeah, we'll skip it. Just talking about them not properly cleaning the utensils.
Carilion is hiring surgical
cleaners. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So we had a tornado anniversary. I thought it was going to be the advisory because I know the other day when all that rain and everything came up, we were in the highly likely rating of the weather. So, but let's take a moment to remember Roanoke's only recorded tornado 50 years ago, reflecting on the resilience of our community in the face of natural disaster.
I don't know if it's celebrating, so we are celebrating the 50. It was a F2 tornado.
Okay.
It hit over in the Hirschberger area.
Okay.
And so it did hit 2 schools, but nobody was injured, and only a few houses were damaged too. Right. Okay. But so we're celebrating, I was always told as a kid that even though we did this stupid little tornado drills and earthquake drills in elementary school and stuff, that the valley keeps those out.
Right.
And I think that's more so than the resilience of people.
Right.
We're not scaring them away.
Right. Without a doubt.
So, but that's pretty cool. And then Shelor Motor Mile, they donated the Shelor Speedway and Calfee Park to Pulaski County.
Okay.
And evidently Pulaski County just got it's like 150 some acres of land donated to them. And so they're looking for some ideas to what to do with that land.
Greenhouse.
A big greenhouse do a biodome. I'm ready to go move somewhere.
Right.
Go do a biodome.
Well, I mean, just the way everything's going, let's grow some of our own stuff. Keep our money out of the supermarket.
Right. Absolutely. Well, there's a new study come out on that one too, though. Supposedly, the backyard gardener, like me,
right?
They produce 5 times more CO2 or carbon, the bad shit, than a conventional way of growing lettuce. And they show this big farm field. I'm like, for real, bro?
Who the hell's backyard is that?
Right? Are we talking about the?
Emily's here. Were you here earlier when we were trying to give you recognition?
Talking about my garden mama and how well my garden looks right now. So, but yeah, she said hopefully Pulaski is finally on a come up. Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of like Danville.
Yeah.
I don't know that I think they were depressed in a different way.
Right.
But I think that definitely. No, she said she missed it. We were just talking about how the garden looks great because I have a garden mama now. So, and we may want to work that for a subscription for you to where, $5 a month, you message people, hey, there's frost tonight. Be sure to cover your plants.
Right. All right. Hey, you're in this section of Virginia. Time to check your potatoes. Hey, it's time to miracle grow your maters.
Right. No miracle grow going there, but definitely. And then my wife jumps in talking about moving to Florida. See, I wouldn't move to Florida because, and we can skip on into the weather part of it, only in Virginia can you experience all 4 seasons in one day. Sometimes even within a couple hours. Because we went today. It was, sunny, cloudy, raining.
Yeah.
We got hail. I was down here at the Bramilton Kroger and it was snowing and sleeting. And I'm like, dang. Yeah.
And I didn't see it.
Yep. I have video of it. Yeah, absolutely. I have video of it. And yeah, so we got snow and sleet too. And I'm like, really? Wow.
Oh, killing me.
Yeah. Welcome to Virginia.
Right.
But we got it all covered up. Emily said, yes, Venmo, send that money. She'll be your garden mama.
That's right.
And then Ian says, hey.
What's going on, Ian?
So, but yeah, that's last week's too. Good Lord. Yeah. This thing messed me up this week. Right. But anyway, Appalachian Power has
another rate hike.
Yeah, it's supposed to cost everybody about $10 a month.
I'm already pretty sure they're adding street lights to my bill.
Most definitely.
There ain't no reason it should be that high.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's the only, it's like, because our power bill, we're running the 2 machines nonstop. And so
they need a third with Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I think it's going to end up happening. Mm-hmm. So we got plans. So hopefully it'll go. But yeah, say $10, but they're saying that the it won't take effect until 2025.
Gotcha.
So, but we're all seeing hikes.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Gas is already going up.
That's right. Yeah.
But so we have a winter weather advisory.
Yeah, no, that's what we just talked about.
Okay, you're right. You're right. So something we talked about 2 weeks ago, the Bradford Pear.
Mm-hmm.
That initiative reflects ongoing environmental stewardship efforts.
Trying to get rid of them.
Yeah,
because they're considered invasive.
Well, they apparently were started trying to help counties and cities, with big areas, try to have a quick growing tree that was
for shade and all
sustainable and da 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 da. But turns out the limbs don't stay on real well, and
the roots aren't very deep either.
Yeah,
and so they're easily
kind of grows like zoysia out instead of
down. It serves not a lot of purpose either.
Right.
But
it's just something to give you a whiter pink petals quickly.
Yeah. So Powerball, 1.1 or 1.23 billion.
That's what I saw on the way in.
What would you do with that money? I'm buying an island.
I'm not telling anybody.
Yeah, I'm buying some island. I'll put my family on that side.
After that,
we'll be on the same island.
Nobody trusts rich people.
Yeah, with island. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. So we're gonna buy a mountain.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. People know the Waltons. So we're gonna buy a mountain. But that's a lot of money. I only just need a little bit of it.
That's right. I mean, I'm gonna share a fair bit. I would ask Mary. She accuses me of spending it all before we get it. As soon as it gets high enough, and I'm like, well, we can help this guy out. We can we'll pay all this off. Do I get any of this money? Yes, baby. You get all the rest. You get all the rest.
When we used to take trips, that's how we would get through the trips. We'd all talk about what we would do with the money.
Right.
And so by the end of it, you're like, oh, no, we're already here. Yeah, we just spent all of our money, but we're already here. So
speaking of high dollar budgets, a heartwarming story of Christiansburg Miriam Long, who accidentally won $1 million Powerball, reminding us of the unexpected joy life can bring.
So she meant to play Mega Millions.
Right.
They gave her a Powerball, and she ended up winning $1 million with it.
Oh, cool. So, give it back.
That's right.
I give you $2
that's a pretty good. That's a definite mistake there. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But so that gets balanced out with a tragedy on I-81.
Right.
Got news of 11 cows killed in an I-81 crash.
I think it was down near mile marker 285 or whatever.
Okay.
And the driver was charged for illegal lane shift, or he didn't look before he changed lanes, and so 11 of the cows died and shut down the interstate for a while too. Oh, wow. But and they talked about this in the news too, that even like Botetourt or Fincastle area, they're talking about what to do with some of the truckers because they're not really looking when they're getting into the lanes and stuff. Right. And they're great ones too. Just like police officers, like every human in the world. But distracted driving plus you add somebody with the tractor trailer, both ways it's not good.
Right.
So
we're not going to discuss tractor trailers on the highway if Mary is still if Mary is still watching.
She's still watching. She's talking about.
We're not going to discuss drivers with big rigs on the line.
Well, she's on here because she talked about you having all your money spent, and she thinks she gets a Jeep.
She definitely gets a Jeep.
With 3 wheels, no ducks.
Right.
I watched a guy the other day. He's going off
mirrors.
He's going off about the ducks and the Jeeps. He's like, the Jeep command.
What is that thing?
He's like, the Jeep was supposed to be a military vehicle and tough and a warrior, and he said, they're putting ducks on them.
Yeah.
And so
because a couple of the teachers at Clearbrook have Jeeps, and one of the girls, I forget which one, asked me, "Does every Jeep come with a duck?" Or
right.
I'm not in the Jeep community, baby. I got nothing on this.
Right.
So I have nothing to. I have no reference.
The biggest thing I think about the ducks in the windows is when you crash, those become projectiles.
Exactly.
You've got 42 ducks flying through your car trying to knock your head off.
It's like somebody had basically bedazzled their steering wheel and everything. And my buddy was like, "Oh my God, they made their airbag a Claymore mine."
Yep. Oh my goodness. So this is I guess a warning. We had a server at McAdoo's once, and that poor girl had zero luck with cars.
Right.
Flat tires, engines, everything. Well, her car caught on fire one time. She had a crystal hanging on the rearview mirror like a necklace. The sun hit through the crystal onto her console and caught her car on fire. I was like, oh my God, I would never, ever think that would happen. But yeah, it caught her car on fire. And it was the little crystal in her window.
Right.
Had magnified it. Roanoke City's now having a job. They had a job fair a couple weeks ago. Roanoke City, Salem, they're all still hiring. Carillion's hiring.
Post office is getting ready to have another one.
Yeah, post office is still hiring. So yeah, everybody's hiring. McAdoo's hiring. If you don't have common sense, please don't apply. I can't take it anymore. If I had the cry face emoji, it would be on my face right now. I can't take it anymore. We had a bar guest, or not a bar guest, a guest from the restaurant order a strawberry daiquiri the other day, add tequila.
Okay.
It's not good. And I told them, I told the server, I'd go back and tell them it's not going to taste good. That the rum and the tequila with the strawberry is just not going to mix well.
Right.
So if they order it, they don't get it for free.
Right.
And so 10 seconds later, brought the drink back. They said it was bitter. I said, I told them they weren't going to like it. Oh, no. They said it had nothing to do with the strawberry. It had nothing to do with the liquors. The strawberry was a little bitter. It's a frozen drink.
Right.
It's all one now. Yeah.
I hate people.
I hope they didn't reproduce.
Right. If there should be a permit.
A tester.
If I've got to get a license,
a test or something.
Gives me more people.
I don't even understand. So let's go ahead and rock with our squashies.
Okay.
Not squishies, squashies.
Okay.
So we'll do original first. So here's the pack. That's original. That's freeze dried.
Okay.
So let me go over to comments. So our original squashy, and this is Taylor Swift's favorite candy. Yeah. And they have the cover band coming to Roanoke next weekend. Okay. So here we go. I don't know if you can see them or not. They're pink and white. Supposedly, this is a raspberry type flavor, and this is supposed to be like milk. To me, it's got a weird texture to it.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people it's kind of like a mix between a marshmallow and a gummy.
I was going to say an odd gummy.
Mm-hmm. It's got a good flavor.
Yeah.
So
Made by Smarties?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you can get them from England and they're called Drumstick, but Drumstick and Smarties the same company.
Okay.
They probably have something different in them, but they're fat-free, gluten-free, and peanut-free. And it says here it's a raspberry and cream flavored candy. So, and they come out different sizes. So you can see, there's that one, how puffy they get. So here's the originals. So they get all puffy. And then some of them, and I think it just depends on the heat of them, some of them just kind of almost looks like a pacifier, one of them old bottles. Yeah, or whistle or something. But this is the freeze-dried version. You can hear the crunch in it. I like it this way much better.
Easier to get down.
Mm-hmm. Kind of sticks to your teeth a little bit.
It does.
Mm-hmm. In the backs on your molars. But I think if you let it just melt, it wouldn't. Us crunching it, I think is what's doing it. So come see us, Big Daddies. We're going to be downtown or down at the Dr. Pepper Park. What did we say? The 16th or whenever they're having the Taylor Swift's cover band.
Did you say the 11th?
Oh, I can tell you. We'll tell you 2 seconds here.
Or 16, 419. It wasn't 420.
No.
Because I remember thinking that would have been hilarious for Taylor Swift.
It is. Yeah. I have a clue. There we go. I don't even know. I don't have it on my. Oh, there it is. It is the 19th.
Okay.
Good Lord, that took forever. So the 19th, come see us at Dr. Pepper Park. We are going to have the freeze-dried squashies there.
Nice.
So we'll have them. I think we're talking about calling them Taylor treats or no, Swifty treats or Swifty.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, Swifty snacks or something like that. But come see us. We're going to be there, and we're going to have a limited supply of those.
Right.
They were quite costly, and
I'm sure.
and because they're a gummy, they take longer to do in our machines too.
Gotcha.
So, but come out and see us.
As soon as you put Taylor Swift's name on it, the price went up.
Oh yeah, I can't put her name on it, but we can talk about what she likes.
Well,
and,
no,
here,
whoever.
Actually, we got. I can't go away without that. So here is the band that's playing.
All right.
I forgot all about all that.
Singing Taylor.
Yep. And then here's
just talking near her about this kind of candy that they have in the UK called squashies. I was like, this is legit candy. Okay, let me talk about it. It's gummy. It tastes like a combination of strawberries and raspberries, also cherries. It's pink and white. It's all the things I love. I was ranting. It was really late. I was ranting about the candy for a while. And the next day in my dressing room, I walked into the trailer and there were like 10 packets of this candy with a signed headshot from Judy.
What? No, wow. She signed a headshot.
Yeah, it was the most amazing. It was the most romantic surprise.
Yeah, I don't have the signed headshot, but we're gonna have them freeze dried there. So this weekend, though, there's a lot going on. I guess our weekends are starting to fill up with events now.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
So you got the Salem Red Sox. They're actually playing all weekend.
They come back to Salem tomorrow, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
7:00.
I think so. And so they play the Mudcats all weekend. I think 3 games this weekend.
Oh, wow. You got the late night paint night at Taubman Museum. I believe that's Saturday.
It is. And then Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs 540 night at the Berglund Center this weekend
and come
too.
out and see your dogs this weekend. I think this is the final weekend for the dogs of regular season.
Okay. Now, aren't you working concession or something?
Tomorrow night. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on out and see me at Berglund tomorrow.
If you say his name, it's on. He's paying for it. I'm just kidding.
Man,
yeah.
no.
I mean, Mary be commenting here in a minute.
Of course, Mary's like, it's only 5 people. But you got Batatat Restaurant Week this weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And then Kids Fishing Day at Natural Bridge, the state park up there.
Right.
So there's Kids Fishing Day.
go on up, catch some fishing, go check out the zoo, see what animals they got left.
Is it open or did they close it?
I was thinking it was still open
With the limited
with the limited amount. I don't
now
know.
Mill Mountain Zoo
Is the same?
maybe. Mill Mountain Zoo has a lot of new little features and stuff we'll cover next week.
Okay.
I tried to look at it today, and it ended up being the stupid Roanoke Times paywall.
Well, I know the zoo choo choo is
Right.
back up and going.
That's good.
They did that towards the end of last year. Got long shot comic and toy show at the Salem Civic Center.
Mm-hmm. And then the spring holiday market craft show up there too this weekend. So a lot going on.
And apparently they have two. Never mind.
They have what?
Nothing.
But we'll be Big Daddy's will be downtown on the market again this weekend.
Okay.
Downtown Roanoke on the market
Right.
selling. I got a fresh batch of strawberry cheesecake Skittles
Okay.
getting ready to go in. Yeah, we got a lot going on. I got figured up a recipe watching a recipe about banana pudding Rice Krispie treats.
Oh,
So now I'm like, we'll mix some of our freeze dried bananas in there too.
that's right.
We may have a thing right there. So
Darn right.
look for, we got a lot of fancy little Rice Krispie treats coming up.
Good deal.
that'll
Good
be
deal.
fun.
That's exciting.
So what do you got this week?
I'm sorry. The sports.
Sports Bites.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did they get you up last week?
They did. So they raving reviews because our feature last week, because Easter was coming, was chocolates.
Okay.
And they had only had like the fruity kind of stuff.
Okay.
And they were a little thrown back when I threw in that peanut brittle that first time.
Right.
And so they featured our chocolate thing, and I gave them Snickers, Milky Way, Charleston Chews. They got Werther's and the caramel M&Ms.
Okay.
So they got 5-6 different little things, and so yeah, they loved them.
Well, good.
And so they're like, oh my gosh! And actually, this weekend I was 2 motorcycles parked in front of our vehicle and down on the market.
Right.
I was like, what the hell is he doing? I'm parked here. I just think they can do everything. And he took off his helmet, and it was one of the guys from Sports Bites. Yeah, he's like, I gotta, and I should have put that picture up too. He's like, I had to come down and pick up some stuff from you, and then so I was like, and so we talked. He's like, hey, what if we made you the official snack? And Sports Bites was like, okay, I'm down. Yeah, I'm down. And so quite funny. And then like an hour and a half or so later, he comes back, and I was like, damn, you already ate them all? And he's like, my wife texted me, asked me if I got a picture with me. So I had to come back and get a selfie.
Okay.
So
We're here.
But yeah, we definitely appreciate all the kind words that they, say about us, and look forward to, freaking them out with some other stuff. So I got some different Skittles we're going to come out with, and then I got a recipe for a blue raspberry lemon heads and stuff. So yeah, we got some crazy stuff coming up. We just got to find the time to build it up.
Right.
So
yeah, I know Mary really liked the lemon heads, and she messed up and let the boy get into them. So
yeah, I know you placed another order. You're like, hey, I need to get some more lemon heads. I got them in the freeze dryer now.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll let him know.
Yep. When I left, they were in the freeze dryer. So what do you got this week?
Concessions at Berglund tomorrow. Saturday, I think we're going to our granddaughter's final competition at Jefferson Center, I believe. And then Sunday, I guess we were not the only ones with, being out of town and not being able to get it to the regular big family Easter thing. So I guess they're holding something at one of the other family members' house this weekend.
Nice.
So I think we're all
Cool.
headed out that way.
And then our team had 4 new listings this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we had one over in Orchard Park, over in Botetourt in the Bonsack area.
Right, back behind Bonsack Walmart.
And then we have a couple of nice investment deals that hit the market. So,
right.
Check us out on roanokeva.info.
Right.
And our listings are up there. So we got to market those and get them sold.
Get them gone.
That's right. And for us, we're just bagging candy. I mean, the hustle has to be on now.
Right. Oh yeah.
So,
But yeah, I think that's all I've got for this coming weekend. And
I got to get our back garden beds cleared and start cleaning the pool for the season.
Our potatoes seem to be doing okay, but I'm hoping everything else I'm able to keep inside until it's time to put in the ground.
Right. Your tomatoes are gonna be like that big.
Oh, I haven't even started those.
Oh,
yet.
that's
I'm getting
good.
ready to.
Yep. Our peppers and tomatoes we're getting ready to start, and
Okay.
and then yeah, I think I'm excited about having that garden mama.
Oh, without a doubt, she seems to be doing good.
That's right. Just the reminders, I think, because I forget.
Right.
It's not like I'm working 48 different jobs. Yeah. I mean, I look out the window, I can see the beds, but still.
Those are pretty.
Yeah. I mean, she told me like 4 days ago to thin the radishes, and I got to it today. So I go, I got to get
we
the
don't like
radishes.
to jump into those things.
That's right. Yeah, so I got all the radishes and the peas thinned out, and they should do wonderful. And then our beets are starting to come up, and then some of our lettuces.
Okay.
So we got a whole thing of beets.
I'm afraid I may have drowned my lettuce in the house.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
So
Lettuce is.
I may have to restart this.
Lettuce is so hard to grow in, like the little, unless you're going to keep them in a pot. And I haven't ever had luck. I've always had luck, just planting outside. Yeah. And you can plant them if you put plastic over or a milk jug.
Right.
You can plant, because that little milk jug treats it just like a greenhouse.
Right.
So if you cut the bottom of the milk jug off and put it over your plant, it'll work.
Keep going.
Yep, just like a little greenhouse.
Like
and then anything over 50 degrees, you can take the little milk jug off. Anything below, milk jug on. So, but yeah, I learned that like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
I mean, I kind of, well, the 50, yeah. And we've had great success with lettuces.
And I know you've had great success in the past.
But my reach out to her was to be able to grow more.
Right.
So it wasn't, because I have great success, and some, like last year, I failed because half of it died before I was able to get to it, and it was just busy. But I wanted to produce more. We have a freeze dryer. We can, freeze dry now. We can, and so I wanted to be able to.
Yeah, but that's a business now. You need another one for your business.
I know, that's right. That's right. Well, I'd even thought about seeing if Tegan wanted to do a little like herb business, because herbs freeze dried in the, herbs in a freeze dryer keep more of its flavor and nutrients than herbs in either hung or herbs in a dehydrator.
Okay.
And you can actually freeze dry cilantro where you can't dehydrate cilantro. It loses its flavor. Tastes like soap anyway, but it loses its flavor. I mean, I like a little bit of it, but a little goes a long way for me.
Well, Mary loves cilantro, but I've got the same taste buds you do. It tastes like soap.
That's Celine and Tegan can go right out in the garden and just eat it from the garden. I'm like, yeah, no. And I can't do rosemary. I can do thyme, I think, but rosemary I can't either. Every time I do that, I think about Little Bit Hippie. I'm like, oh no. I like to cook with it, the flavor mixed with other seasonings.
Right.
Super wonderful, but just for rosemary, it's just a little too much. Yeah. So, you have anything else?
I can't come up with anything.
Guys, thank you for being here tonight. Until next week, peace.